Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a review of the KVD Good Apple Foundation with the new Good Apple Good Apple Concealer. So if you're interested in seeing what I thought of these products and how they performed, then just keep watching. Thanks. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are interested in seeing how the Good Apple by KVD concealer works for me, I'm already a fan of the Good Apple foundation and I use it all the time. I actually got a lighter color this time though, because the other color was just a little bit on the dark side, and if I got a little heavy-handed with it, it would be too dark. So I thought this would be a good opportunity because I saw they had a special where you could get the two of these together for a discounted price. There was supposed to be a bag. I didn't get the bag. I'm okay with that because at first I didn't think I even got this, even after it said it was delivered. But that's a whole nother ball of yarn we'll maybe discuss another time, but I doubt it. It's okay. They're here now. I ended up finding them, so that's good. So we do have these two things. I may install a pair of KVD lashes if I feel, up to it, but I doubt it. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to start with the foundation just because I already know how I feel about the foundation, and I always put foundation on before I put on concealer anyway. I am super excited to try the concealer though. Now I do have a KVD brush that I used with my other Good Apple foundation, and this I've only done a swatch or two of it, but I have not actually applied it to my face yet. So we're going to go ahead and dab a little bit on the brush. Then we just dab, see how white that looks. But I am so pale, y'all. I am so pale that it was looking mighty orange. So I don't really need a whole lot. You don't need a lot. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. You don't really need a lot. There's a lot of coverage in this. I'm sure everybody's already seen all the stuff that's on TikTok about it. It is very, very good coverage. It does the trick. It does keep your skin relatively soft, and it does give you a nice, healthy glow. I'm going to go ahead with this brush and just spread this out because it's so thick. If you just leave it there, and it's almost like a little mask. And it was like this with the other one, except it was just like this orange to it that would just not go anywhere. And it was just too orange for me. And that was even one of the ones I think that was supposed to be kind of a cool leaning, but I have that problem a lot. I think that they think that people who are fair somehow have a warm leaning only. It seems to be like, when I go back, because I've been reading a lot of like makeup artist books that are a little bit older, and they seem to always group people who had fair skin and light eyes in the warm group for some reason. I guess maybe a lot of them, or predominantly, they have warm leanings, but I'm very definitely a cool, because you saw me without makeup, any foundation on, and you saw how blue toned and purple toned my skin looks. And that's just without makeup on, but I'm very, very, very pale. All right, so I think we have done a pretty good job of spreading this on. Now for a primer, I used my First Aid Beauty primer. This is one that's a little bit more heavy duty. I do use it a lot in the winter or the colder days. I did use it today just because I just was feeling a little dehydrated this morning, and I kind of wanted to go with something a little bit more powerful, a little bit more moisturizing. So I went with that, and I do love it. And I think that they're playing well together. I'll get up real close so you can see my skin. I still do need the dark circle coverage. Of course, my dark circles weren't as bad today, so it won't be too hard on this stuff. But see how just 2 little scoops of it just was able to go over my whole entire face? That's wonderful. It takes forever to use an entire tub of this for me. Not saying that I can't and that I haven't, because I did use, I think, at least one. The first one was the one that was too orange, and then I ended up giving the rest of the other one that was too orange to a friend. Now this one is the shade for this Good Apple foundation is the shade Light 02. And then my concealer, I can't even read it because it's like white writing. I don't know why they would do white writing on this box. That is crazy. Hold on a second. Where are my glasses? So it's light glasses time. They're not sitting on my head properly because of the headband. I still can't see that. It's just white on the white background. Oh, you jeez. I can't see it on the back of there even because it's so freaking tiny. And my fingernails look terrible. I'm sorry. I painted them and my daughter picked off the nail polish. This being blind thing and being older thing sucks. I want to say that it was the very first one, so I think it's Light 001, I believe. I went with the palest one that they had because I did with the last concealer I had, and it was the perfect shade for me. It just was drying. It was very drying, and I just wasn't a fan. So I did get this concealer brush with the very first one I bought. So we're going to take this Good Apple concealer in the shade, I believe, 001, and we're going to put this. See, it's clean, never been used before. And that's the doe foot. We're going to take it and we're going to put right there. Wow, it's pretty thick. So we're going to put it right there and right there, just to start off with. I do like to put a little concealer up here on my forehead. And then you see how I have that indenture? I'm not a fan of that. So I always, right down where the indenture of my forehead is, I always try to bring it out with the lighter color. And we'll try blending this. First, I'm going to try the KVD, their concealer brush. I'm just going to dab it out. It's very thick. I could have gotten away with a lot less. Robert Walsh would be dying right now, being like, Sarah, what are you doing? Like, in all those books, haven't you read that you don't really need that much concealer? Like Robert Walsh would even watch my videos. I'm so freaking tiny. Maybe I should send him one of my videos and ask him for his advice. Would you guys think that would be a cool thing to do? That looks so white right now, by the way. But that's because we aren't really going heavy into blending at the moment. Just kind of like a little bit. I do like to go up under my brow bone and then cut out the detailing on my eye makeup just because I just love doing that. I'm sure I'm not the only person to enjoy concealer for this purpose. It just kind of makes my makeup look a little bit more structured. My eyeshadow look a little bit more put together. All right, I am going to use this concealer brush because this is my favorite. This is it is from Sigma Brushes. It's a something 079 or something like that. I'll look at it in here in a second, but this is starting to dry down and I need to work it out here. I might end up having to moisturize it because it is thick and it does seem to dry really fast. So you have that to deal with. Okay, and I don't know why you got to open your mouth, Sarah. What's that all about? Yes, I talk to myself, but I don't answer myself. So I guess, is that bad if you don't answer yourself? Is that considered bad? Okay. Okay, guys. I ran out of space. So I had to get more memory. All right. So we're going to use this blush because we've already done everything else, I think. I do have a contour palette. It's the Shade and Light palette by Kvd Cosmetics. This is what she looks like. I think I'm going to start with her instead. I was going to do this first, but I'm just going to go to the contour. I'm going to use this little brush. This is just well, it's actually not a concealer brush. This is a foundation brush, but I think it works perfect with this. So I'm just going to go into this, and I'm just very slightly with a very, very light hand. I'm just going to go down there because I'm so pale that you can already see it even with the lightest hand. I am just pale, you know, it's just, it is my lot in life. And then under here, just because I have a little bit of a bulbous nose, I always like to try to reshape. Then under your lip to create more shadow, which I really don't need. My lower lip is just fine. It's just my upper lip since my accident. I've just like cut out chunks of it from the hitting the ground hard. I don't know if you guys are new. If you're new, I had an accident where I fell while running in June of 2020. So it's been 2 years. I finally have 2 front teeth, and then this tooth has been worked on too. So yeah, I broke my upper jaw, and it's been fun. I've been through a lot, so that's why you'll see the Sarah Smile thing. That's what we're going to name my business, because all of what I have done here is all in efforts to, you know, pay for that and not take away from my money for my daughter. I love to highlight the cleft in my chin because it's one of the things that I still like about my face is the cleft in my chin. So I'm just gonna like bronze up a little bit and contour a little bit. I'm gonna do that. And then on top of that, I am going to use my Kvd blush. Oh, this contour palette is in the shades. The lighter color is Lucid and the darker color is Somber. But this is the lightest of the Shade and Light palettes. And then this blush is in the shade Rosebud. Does it look rosy? It's kind of got a purpley lean to it, and that's why I'm wearing it, because it matches with the ColourPop Bambi flower palette that I used to my eyeballs today. So let's go ahead and just use a regular Morphe angled brush for the blush. We're going to just tap and then just very lightly. It's such a dark color that it's no very lightly, is there? It's, look how much darker. And one side is always darker than the other because clearly I'm great at my job. And my fun job, because this is for funs. For funsies. And I'm not an actual makeup artist. I just like to play with makeup for funs. All right, so that's more than enough. We just need to blend this out. I'm not going to wear highlighter today because I feel like this Good Apple foundation has enough of a dewy effect that it really doesn't need it. But if I change my mind, I'll throw a little highlighter on later on in the day. I didn't put any on my jaw. Usually I do. I put a little bit on my jaw just to save the, to keep me from having that double chin look. Because I'm older and your skin gets loose and it does weird things when it gets old and loose. And sometimes it'll look like I have a double chin. But I have had a double chin before from being overweight, but I don't think I'm overweight anymore. I think I've started getting more active, so that's not a thing. All right, so that's what you're looking at right now with that done. Of course, I'm not wearing anything on my lips. I may up on these lashes. They're the natural style, the KVD Go Big or Go Home lashes. They're very easy to put on. I've used these a lot, though. They may be stretched out. I did get another pair, so we will see when I come back later for the check-in if I'm still, you know, lashless. And I'll probably put on a pair on some lipstick or something. I have tons of KVD lipsticks. The only thing is they are very, very, very drying for the matte ones, and that's the ones I like to wear. And yeah, so we will see. But so far, I mean, this concealer is holding up beautifully. It did a good job. It blended in beautifully. It was a little scary because it was, you know, so much color and pigment to it that it was just like a little bit too much. And I was scared it wasn't going to blend in as well, but it has. And you can even tell, like, my face is actually the color of my neck, which to me is the best. Because with the other stuff, my face was always darker than my neck. But this is the exact color of my neck. So I'm like ecstatic. I'm super ecstatic. And this concealer is good stuff. I will check back with you and see if I still feel like that later on. We're going to do a little bit of a wear test. So get excited. I will come back with some lipstick on. I just don't like doing it on film because my hands shake really bad. And then I have all the scarring up here that I have to like work with. And it's actual like work. It's a struggle. It's a big struggle for me. And I don't like to film my struggles. So we'll be back later on and we'll check in with you guys. But thank you so much for watching. If you've watched up to this point, and come back. We will tell you what I think in a few hours, but so far so good. We're pretty impressed. And I do really like KVD products. They're really, really good. I have had my ups and downs with them before about something to do with returning something. Returns are not so hot with them. And when I thought that this had been lost, I was really worried because I was like, I don't think that the customer service is my favorite with them, but there's a lot of brands I can say that about. There's some, like, I think, who would I say is my favorite customer service so far? HoneyPot Co, my nail polish company. They have the best customer service. So if you like painting your nails, just a little tip. All right, I really got to go because it's my lunch break and I got to go eat. All right, guys, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, guys, we are back. So I have been wearing this makeup since, it's 5 o'clock now. I've been wearing it since noon today. A little afternoon. I just hit the microphone. I'm sorry for that. That was so rude. I'm so rude. But I really do enjoy this. I did go back in and you could see that I did touch up a little bit because even though I thought I was having a pretty good skin day, for some reason, it just kind of got, like it looked like it was wiping off a little bit. I don't know. I do touch my face a lot, so maybe I wiped it off with my hands when I was eating lunch. I don't know. Makeup does, as a general rule, make my skin itch a little bit. Sometimes I'm cool with it and I can handle it and I don't mess it up. But then there's other days like today where my eyes are very watery, so I may have like touched underneath my eyes because they're watering so much. So that could have been what it was. I don't know. I do know that I really, really, really enjoy this. I think the second time I put it on, I also went up here and I touched up around here in the inner part of my eyes where the dark shadows go a lot of times and I get really dark in there. I went in there and brightened that up a lot. It really is very thick and it makes a good impact. I did set it down with powder this time because I noticed that Spooky Bridget or Porcelain, whatever you guys know her as, like here on YouTube, when she did hers, she set hers with setting powder and it seemed to hold better for her. And I feel like that has been the trick for me. Like when I put some setting powder down just under my eyes, and I did put some under here, under my blush, so that when I go to wear a mask, because I have to go drop something off at UPS, because somebody bought something on my Macari, so that's one of you guys watching. Thank you. So I gotta go ship that off. So I gotta go drop that off in a minute. And I know I'm gonna have to wear a mask, so I wanted to have makeup didn't just smear everywhere. So I am wearing for my lips, come here. I am wearing the KVD Lip Liner. I think this is in the, what's that? Lolita. This is the Lolita 2 color. I didn't have the matching lippy. I just kind of colored my entire lip. And then on top of it, I threw the matching, this is a lip gloss. Come on, Sarah. Matching lip gloss that came with the little flower set from Bambi. And I just popped just a little bit. It's a nice thick wand. I just popped a little bit in the middle here. And then just touched my lips together. It doesn't, what I like about it is it doesn't pull off the lip liner. The lip liner didn't seem to get on there, but I did do my little trick where I took some of that setting powder and I put it all over my lip so that they wouldn't go everywhere, because I can't stand that when that happens. So I did do that. And this lip gloss smells amazing. My lips feel nice and soft. My skin feels amazing. It doesn't feel crusty or dry. And I'm going to get real close, so pardon my closeness. But this is the spot right in here that generally gets really, really dry and crusty looking. I don't see any dry crusties in there, so that's really good news. I'm just going to try to move my face a little bit and look how huge my nose looks. That's great, isn't it? I mean, I do have a big nose, but is it really that big? Maybe it is. I don't know. You know how you can never see the negative stuff about yourself? So maybe it is. I also put on the lashes I was telling you guys about, the Go Big or Go Home and the Naturals. They still had apparently at least one more life in that, one more day of life in them, because they are looking pretty good. So yeah, in all, I would say that this is probably going to be in heavy rotation. I wore the other one a lot, even though it was dark. I just made sure I didn't put very much on, and you really don't need a lot. So this is going to last me a while, but I believe that this is going to be a nice little dream team. I love how close it is to my skin color. It is so hard, to the point where sometimes I want to cry to finding makeup that matches my skin tone, because I'm just that pale. It sucks. It sucks so bad that people complain about not having diversity in makeup. And what you don't realize is that it's not only just the darker skin tones that have the problems with the diversity. It's also really, really super pale people like myself that are the ones that have the almost see-through skin with the cool tones, with the blue and the purple showing. They don't really do that. This is actually I think a neutral shade. It's a neutral undertone on this particular one. And the same thing with this concealer. I believe that they were the exact same color, if I'm not mistaken, and they seem like they are. But they just don't do a cool leading one. If they were going to do a cool leading one, then it would have just the tiniest bit of pink in it. But I feel like their cool leaning one, the one that was too dark for me, had too much pink in it. And it almost looked orange because it was that much of a, I don't think it was even pink. Honestly, I don't believe it was pink. It didn't look pink to me. It looked orange, like the undertone was orange. Even though it says cool in the description on the website, and even on the paperwork that came with it, I believe it said that it was a cool leaning, but it was not. It made me look orange. But I'm very, very happy with all of this, and that's, I guess, all I got to say about it. I'm glad I finally got to use my other KVD products. I use the brow stuff. I have a brow pomade tub, a little tub of pomade, and I also use the pencil, which is my favorite eyebrow pencil of all time at this point in my life. It just works really, really well. I used a little bit of the Shein one just because it's a little bit darker, and I think at the time when I got the original KVD pencils, they were only available in like either super dark black or this like medium brown shade, and it just, my eyebrows are really light naturally. They are lighter than my hair. I don't know why. So are my eyelashes rather. I don't know what was going on with that. So yeah, but I used as much KVD as I possibly could. I've always wanted to do a video using as much KVD vegan beauty as I could, and I did that today, and I'm super excited about how well everything worked together, and you'll see me using this stuff again in the future. So thank you so much for watching. If you are new and this was your first video, if you like the video and you like this style of video, then just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because this is what I do. I'm going to be testing Kosas Revealer Foundation next week, I may film it this week, but it's going to probably go up next week. This one will probably go up Thursday or Friday, depending. I do have to work overtime on Friday, so it'll be a little bit late. And I hit the microphone again. I'm sorry. So if you like all that kind of stuff, like, subscribe, share. Let's get my views up because I want to do a 500 subscriber giveaway for you guys. And I have got so much favorites that I have acquired over the couple of years that I've been doing YouTube. And it's just getting to be too much. Like, I think even if I did a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, it would still be too much stuff, even for just one person. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a 500 subscriber giveaway. And I guess this is sort of me announcing that. I will do an official video probably when I do my COSIS video. But yes, please subscribe. Let's get the subscriber count up so that we can go ahead and start getting you guys some more prizes put together. I do love doing giveaways and I want to do as many as possible. And to be able to do them, I am going to need more subscribers. And you guys can still see my computer screen and I'm sorry about that. Just ignore it. I love you guys so much. If you're new, welcome to the family. Please hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss when I post, because I try to post once a week at least. But every now and then I'm going to be doing an extra post. And when I do that, you don't want to miss out. Because when I do an extra post, it's going to probably be with a friend. And I may be doing another channel with her as well. We'll see. We'll see what you guys think. Let's just hang out here, make yourself comfortable, become part of the fam. We always love new members. Thank you. Thank you once more. Thanks again for watching. I love you guys. Peace out, homies. Bye.